And we're back after that amazing report on the Kite Festival. I think lots of people are going to be interested in using these kites, especially in the weekend and celebrating the Independence and the Liberation Day on the 25th and the 26th of February. And now we have our distinguished guest here with us in the studio, Dr. Ali Jawhar. He's the chairman of the Laman Medical Office in Ukraine in Kyiv. So we're happy to have you here today in the studio. Welcome. So at the beginning, would you please talk to us about your center that you're offering there in Ukraine?
Yeah. First thing, I'm Dr. Ali Jawhar, specialist on clinical lab diagnosis, clinical biochemistry, and clinical hematology.
Yes.
So my experience in Ukraine is more than 30 years, 31 years.
Yes.
So in medical school and graduate from Ukraine and in master degree also from Ukraine. So we have a good idea for private medicine in Ukraine, Kyiv and Lviv also, to give a good service, highly qualified, specialized service for citizens from GCC countries or for these people, for the people who is living in Ukraine also, in Kyiv.
Yes. And what is the center made of? Like, what is the purpose of your center there?
We are medical office, private section. We are dealing with private people who is coming. We are not dealing with any governmental till now relationship. So
Yes.
anybody want to come for treatment or for medical tourism, for any program. We have recently for this year 8 programs, medical programs. So most common diseases in the world and also in the GCC countries.
Yes.
This diabetes mellitus, hypertension, ischemic heart disease, post-infarction, myocardial infarction, post-brain insult, pain syndrome, painful syndrome, back pain or pain syndrome.
Yes.
And also we have a very good program, individual, exclusive in Kyiv. It's done by subsystem Dr. Ali Jawhar. It's early detection of the oncology of the tumors and all over the body.
Yes, that's really amazing that you are providing such a program that discovers early this syndrome, as you're saying. So would you please talk and like highlight on that part? The early detection,
yes.
Yes.
Early detection is of the cancer. It's very important because you know from the statistics, official statistics, the cancer is increasing all over the world, and it's advanced cause of death, unfortunately. And the point that the cancer is not having primary symptoms, so only after the cancer will give us symptoms.
Yes.
So usually they are diagnosed the cancer in the latest stage. The early detection is very, very important because the treatment will be more effective. The effect of the treatment also, it will be effective, positive.
Yes.
Also, we can guarantee a prolonged remission period. Even less symptoms and suffering for the patient.
Yes.
Because you know cancer, the multi-symptoms and painful syndromes. From the other side, you know that the cancer treatment all over the world is very expensive.
Yes, it's a lot of expensive.
Yeah, this radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and other intervention, it's expensive. So in the early stage, you will decrease the expense of the treatment.
Yes.
The patient, you don't need a massive or regular or recurrent courses of the treatment.
Yes, and that's really amazing what you are doing, doctor, here. As you said just now, you will help even patients to like pay less than paying like more than they usually need to pay. Yes, and also I think it's great that they can get cured fast, like, and they don't reach to the, inshallah, the bad stages of cancer. Yes. And as for patients who would like to come to your center, how can they apply? What do you offer them? As you said previously, it's a private, private center. So yes, can you please tell the audience about it?
Yes, our all information and these numbers in the social media site and the Adhaman company, it's well known in the Google, and they can easy find us. And we are from 15 April, we are starting these programs all for anybody, even the onco detection of the marker early stage. This for everybody.
Yes.
It's good for everybody because he will take a tourism, he will take plenty of medical procedures to support his health, especially in Ukraine because it's developed private medicine, private sections. It's highly developed in Ukraine, Kyiv. And also he will take a full package of checkup, regular checkup, also this early detection of the oncology. So he will get a lot of services in one trip. It's about 2 weeks.
Yes.
So he can come, and especially for the patient who is having family history of oncology, of cancer.
Yes.
This also useful, this to prevent any cancer or to detect it in early stage to avoid any complications and to get a good treatment.
Yes, and it's also great that you're giving them like two choices in one. Like you can have tourism, but at the same time, you can have a really great checkup for yourself and health. That's really great.
Yes.
And for this center, is it like for all nationalities or like for Kuwaitis and other GCC countries?
Because I am Kuwaiti doctor,
Yes.
so priority for Kuwaitis and for our countries in JCC, Saudi countries, because this year, previous year, 2016, we have patients from Kuwait, from Saudi, from Libya, from Egypt, from inside the Ukraine also. It's in Kyiv, 5 million now, this population in capital city, Kyiv.
Yes.
So a lot of Arab people, they need really medical service, medical checkup. And it's not only for Kuwait, for all over the world, but I'm concentrating because I'm Kuwaiti.
Yes,
doctor.
Kuwaiti, of course.
Yes.
And did you start having patients in your center? Did you get some, let's say, patients coming from abroad to your center?
Previous year, this 2016, we start like to see the pulse of this reaction.
Yes.
To see, we have about in total, in general, came to Kyiv, from outside Kyiv. We have about 40 patients, and thanks God, the result is. Thanks God, it's good, quite good, very good results we get.
Yes, that's
And not only for detection, for other programs also. But in this year, we are going to support medical tourism, and you in the world, you will not find it in the world, this medical tourism trip with full this package and with good expenses, not expensive.
Yes, yes. And in your experience, what type of cancer that is actually occurring in lots of patients, whether they're from men or women?
I discussed this with the pioneers oncologists in Kyiv. So we concentrate on the most common tumors in the world. This breast cancer, this lung cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer. We are concentrating on the most common. But the good in our program that we detect any cancer. We can detect any cancer, but this, what I told you, this the most common cancer.
That's the most common cancers, yes. And as we come and reach to the end of our interview today with you, Dr. Ali, any last words you would like to give or advices for the audience that are watching Hala Kuwait today?
Yes, we should avoid diseases and illnesses. The best of this to good food, natural food, because you know nowadays this chemical foods and fast food, it's confirmed from medical associations that it is a factor for a lot of diseases. So better to take natural foods, physical habits, more movement, more health. Physical activity should increase to avoid and prevent any diseases. And also the prevention from the disease is better than treatment of the disease. Better to prevent, to concentrate in your health and health of the family and health of your child. Better to detect, to prevent than to run for the treatment.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Ali Jawhar, for your time and having you here today as a guest in the studio. That was our interview with Dr. Ali Jawhar, the chairman of the center in Ukraine, Al-Daman Center in Ukraine in Kiev. If you have the chance to go and apply for their center to have a full checkup for yourself, it's really good for you to have an early checkup. And also, as he said, he also covers tourism there for you. And with that, we're going to head to our second report, which is the celebration of the 25th and the 26th of February at Suq al-Mubarakiyah. We'll check that report and we'll be back.